Baka, ay, okay na daw. Okay na. Oo. Madunggan ako dihan ninyo dong. Okay na ko dong, madunggan ako. Sige, okay.
Good morning, sir. Claro, sir.
Request nung nga, ipa-open ang ilang camera. Ano mag-start
Good morning, Calape District. Good morning, teachers and our
principals and our PSDS, Sir Felix. Welcome to our day 2 of our Calape District in-service training. So we request everyone to put wala na ba mo? Hello.
Ano naman down na?
Hello. Adungog ko ma'am. Ba? Hello. Hello, Nara.
Ay, madungog.
Yes, sir. Nadungog ka, sir.
Nara ka ba?
Klaro,
Alex,
sir.
Madungog, sir. Bilag.
Okay, take 2 ta take 2. Okay, again, good morning, teachers of Calape District. So, as I requested, please turn on your camera so that our PSDS can monitor you before we will start our day 2 of our inset.
Yung tanaw, hindi ko.
So, before we will start our program, we will have, let's put ourselves in the holy presence of God for our opening prayer and to be followed by a nationalistic song. So may I request everyone to put their microphones on mute so that we will have a smooth flow of the program. Thank you.
Kani, audio off.
Our ever-loving Father, the core of every reason, the source of truth. You who made the earth and the heavens are the ultimate goal of every knowledge seekers, the infinite wisdom, the cause of all that is good. We are truly grateful for this opportunity to gather together as a community despite the challenges we face each day. Yet you remained and gave us strength to carry on the responsibilities of bearing intelligence and using them for better purposes. We now humbly ask you to join us in our endeavor to explore the wonders of life in the world for knowledge's sake, that in whatever we learn today, we become more grounded to you, who is truth, who is love. We pray that you bless our speakers, the fount of your infinite knowledge, that they can share something worthwhile despite the limited time we have. They can channel all they know and share to us the beauty and truth of living as your child. We pray that you guide our participants, the seekers of your boundless knowledge, that they may continue to persevere in the search and be deemed worthy to share what they learn from today's session. Sanctify us, O Lord, not because we are worthy of it, but because we believe in your love and mercy, that at the end of the day, we can take home something that's amazing and meaningful. This we ask and pray through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Ang bayan ko'y tanging ikaw, Pilipinas kong mahal, ang puso ko at buhay man sa iyo'y ibibigay. paglingkuran. Ang laya mo'y papantayan, Pilipinas kong hirang. Ang bayan ko'y tanging ikaw, Pilipinas kong mahal, ang puso ko at buhay man sa iyo'y ibibigay. Tungkulin ko'y gagampanan, nalagi kang paglingkuran. Ang laya mo'y papantayan, Pilipinas kong hirang.
Welcome to our day 2 of our Calape District in-service training. So before we will proceed, I will have some few reminders for today's session. So our attendance for clock in, I have already sent it to your ICTs. So a few reminders lang ha nga. This link is for clock in only. Don't clock out. Kaya some of you yesterday, nag-time out sila gahapon. So this is for clock in. Separate lang siya. Separate ang katuang clock out this afternoon. And our clock in will close at 10 a.m. I am reminding lang everyone. So I'll give you Sir Felix for some reminders.
Thank you very much, Don Carmelo. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear my voice?
Good morning, Doc. Yes, Doc.
Okay, good morning and welcome to the
Morning, sir.
second day of our in-service training. And how was your workshop yesterday afternoon? Okay. Our inset is being monitored by our district consultant, Dr. Herminilda Gracio. And tomorrow and Thursday and Friday, we will be also conducting remote monitoring. Hence, we are reminding our school heads, our cluster heads, to please send to my messenger account your link, because I will also forward the link to Dr. Gracio. Our monitoring tomorrow, Thursday and Friday will be remote monitoring via opening the link that you are going to provide us. So please, our school heads, cluster heads, don't forget to send to me, to my messenger account, your link. Tomorrow we'll zero in on gender and development to be facilitated by our God school, God focal persons. Then Thursday, we will have the differentiated, the explicit instructions. Then Friday, maybe after the explicit and differentiated instructions, there will be teaching demonstrations. And for those clusters, for those schools who will have the so-called teaching demo, showing differentiated instructions and explicit teaching. Don't forget, you're reminded to submit to me the lesson plan, so the teacher demonstrators could earn relevant points when soon they will apply for promotion. And as well as the ICT, the demonstration of ICT and ICT distance learning platforms. And our inset today is brought to you by through MS Teams, and we are backstopped by our district ICT experts, our district ICT coordinators, our district ICT coordinator alternate, Mr. Carmelo Punla Jr., or this ICT platform for teaching and learning coordinator, the division ICT czar, Dr. Colin Bulufer, of course, under the supervision of Ivy Mante, our district ICT coordinator. And then after these reminders, we will go on with the management of learning. There are questions that are to be given to you, and we will just try to know how far you have learned in the sessions discussed yesterday, MOL through Dong Carmelo. And then after the MOL will be the presentation of outputs for those schools or clusters who cannot present this morning. You are given time during our first hour in the afternoon before the modular writing session. You are given time. We are not we are not forcing you to report, to present the accomplished AIP. At least you can present something that would mean that you were not squandering the time given to you yesterday for the workshop. At least you can report, if not all, basta doon na mo share during the presentation. We'll just try to know how far you have gone in your workshop yesterday. Okay, I will now turn you over to our ICT.
Doc.
Yes, Dr. Arcadio Malmis is recognized, sir.
Regarding ugma Doc, sa kuan ka ng mga mo demo og katong ilang kuan lesson guide ang ihatag nimo no dili
Session
guide.
Not the session guide, but the lesson plan.
Sa ilang demo?
Yes, sir.
Ang mo demo para sa ilang promotion someday.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Kasi mangutana sila na ko ugma ba. And that will be submitted to your office.
Okay, yeah. Plan will be signed by yours truly.
Yes,
that lesson plan is prepared by the teacher who will demo, who will demonstrate, then check and reviewed by the principal, the cluster head, and then approved by yours truly.
Yes, Doc. Yes.
In that lesson plan. No, do not give me the lesson guide, the session guide, because the session guide is there attached in your program design. Inya, kuan po, ating training managers, I have posted a sample of our training design. If you use that program design, just edit. Inya, maka-edit mo, inya, you place the name of the training manager. The school head could be a training manager, could also serve as a training manager. Pero if the school head has someone, a teacher, who is tasked to be the training manager, it is also okay. But if the school head will decide that he or she will be the one to be the training manager, okay lang, no problem. Basta isuwat ang angan lang sa ato ang katong mo demo na agad ang ilangan i-attach pa na sa ato ang program design ang ilang mga lesson plan.
Ang adjusted AIP Doc, AIP to kuan karon present karon Doc.
Yes sir. Yes sir. Ato i-present.
Pero it is understood pa na Doc nga it could be changed by next day kay
Yes, of course.
dali ra man yung
It's for the
present
sake of
Doc, no?
presentation.
For the sake
For
of
the sake of
presentation.
that is not no finality yet. No
Yes, Doc.
finality.
Yes, thank you Doc.
Okay, sir. Sige, we'll now turn you over to Don
Okay Doc,
Carmelo.
thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sir Felix. So out of this moment, so we will have our management of learning or the MOL. So can you see my screen now? So please go on your browser. Please go to menti.com and type the code 8113911. So please go. Those who are having their phones, please your browser. Any browser will do. Your Google Chrome or Opera Mini. And please go to your browser and type menti.com.
Balik na itong link, sir.
You go to menti.com, menti.com.
Okay.
Mm.
811-911. Sige. Okay, can you see now? Ano mo sa menti.com? So, this will be seen here. So the question is, what are the different considerations in adjusting AIP2? You can share your thoughts. So please visit menti.com and type the code 813-911. Yes. Unaccomplished projects from 1 year or from year 1 should be based from the AIP1 SLCP. Sige ka potol sir, naglibog gamay. Oh, sorry for the connection yesterday. Refer to the result of annual implementation review and CP. What is SLCP, by the way? School Learning Continuity Plan. So no more answers? Yes, sir. Pwede ka mo speak, sir.
Thank you very much for those who responded to the question on what are the considerations in adjusting for contact time and MPS. Yes, this contact and MPS are given considerations in the performance dashboard. contact time, and MPS. In the performance dashboard that I presented yesterday, those are one. Not necessarily that this contact time and MPS are really very much needed in adjusting our AIP2. They are just only needed when we present our performance dashboard. Yes, unaccomplished, another answer, should be based from the AIP1 SLCP. Sige kaputol sir naglibog gamay. Oh, sige nga ni man eh, mao man nga tong problema ron. We are not the only ones experiencing our problem regarding our internet connectivity, the stability of our internet connectivity. All of us in the division of whole are facing this challenge. Yeah, of course, should be based from the AIP1 and the school learning continuity plan. That's correct. Focus on priority improvement in for this current school year to be included in your AIP2, along with the backlogs in the LCP and AIP1. AIP1 and AIR, oh yeah, ang AIP1 and AIR, along with the SLCP, correct? Unaccomplished projects from year 1, okay, correct. Refer to results of annual implementation review of SLCP. Yeah, that is one consideration. The annual implementation review of our AIP and review of the SLCP. Two considerations which are very, very important in adjusting our AIP2. Contact time and MPS should be based on the AIP1 SLCP inclusion in the AIP2. Okay, and also issues encountered. Yes, I like this answer, issues encountered. Because in AIP1 we have encountered issues, and because of that issues, maybe we have already planned interventions in order to terminate all those issues that we have encountered. And we have already braced ourselves for the next implementation of our AIP, which is our AIP2, with the different interventions already planned, consensually agreed by all the members, by all the stakeholders, internal and external school stakeholders. Okay, thank you very much for those who responded. You have learned many things about the topic I discussed yesterday. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So we will move on to the next question from the discussion of so we have the next slide. What are the benefits of PPST RPMS? So the same site, menti.com, and the same code, use 8113911. So the question is, what are the benefits of PPST RPMS? So you have here one answer, additional pointers on how to accomplish the PPST RPMS. Reminders on accomplishing the PPST RPMS. So any other answers? These are our MOVs to support our IPCR. A short basis for the awards and PBB. Nakagit si PBB. Nakagit si PBB. Used as standard in assessing teachers on teacher's performance. What are the observable and non-observables? Guide teachers in accomplishing the IPCRF. Set targets for professional development based on PPSG. So I guess Ma'am Maricel will have a word after your answers.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Okay, thank you for participating and answering. So, uh, all your answers are correct. So, I hope uh, makuha gyud ni nato to tanan, and then we will work for our IPCR for we can gain benefits from it, no? So, labi na kay coming na kuno ang PPB. So, uh, uh, mura bag, let's work it religiously. Kay, usahay ra ba tungod sa dali-dali, mura ni dali-dali po to grade. No? So, I hope all the teachers, uh, katong ilahang IPCR, naadjud tong mga MOVs. Ano bang MOVs jud nga uh, nabuhat jud sa teachers, no? So, I know nga kana teachers work very hard. So, ako tong i-account ang trabaho aning in accomplishing our RTC. Ora man siguro to, and reminders also sa inyong output, uh, malihog pasa sa inyong head. So that's all, and once again, good morning.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Maricel, and thank you for participating, dear teachers of Calape District. So that ends our MOL for today. So at this moment, we will proceed with the presentation of outputs from yesterday's workshop. So our presentation is via volunteer, or I guess Sir Felix.
Thank you very much, Don Carmelo, and also thank you very much, school heads and teachers. You have hit the nail right on the head with your correct answers, which is a manifestation that you did your homework yesterday. You learned many things out of our discussions. Our discussion yesterday focused on two topics about the AIP adjustment and about the IPCR. As what I have announced just a moment ago, in your presentation, we cannot, we do not want to expect you to present all the data that are to be included in your AIP 2, or but there's no finality yet. So we would just like to know how far you have gone in the adjustment of your AIP 2. I have listed here how many presenters. There are 9 clusters to include central school and 4 high school, secondary schools. We have Calape National High School, Mart Inisef, Panganga National High School, and Fermin Tayabas National High School. And we have one to stand as one cluster, central school, Calape Central, and we have 8 cluster schools. We have 8 school clusters. Mamtonet cluster, Mambilin's cluster, Sironi's cluster, Mam Maria Fez cluster, Mam Maristel's cluster, Sir Victorio Candong's cluster, Sir Sinin Salinas cluster, and no. Pito ra day ni ka class, pito ka 7 clusters unya 2 schools because Mantatao stands as one, and also Calape Central Elementary School. I would like first to know, as what I've said, if you cannot present this morning, your time will be in the afternoon prior to the session on module writing, understanding and contextualization of modules. You will be given time to present. Okay, so may I know what schools or what clusters that are now ready for the presentation? You are given at least a maximum of 8 minutes. Oy, kinsa man nag-raise sa hand? Ma'am Belen? Hello, Ma'am Len. Okay. Ma'am Belen will be Ma'am Belen is siya nag-raise? Si Ma'am Belen will be the first reporter. Ma'am first reporter, followed by Central School, who will be reporting next to Central. So the cluster of Ma'am Belen will share first their air and adjusted AIP, to be followed by Central, who will present next to Central. Sige lang, kanang magkuwat lang ta ha. Si Ma'am Tunet mo'y next to Central, number 3, ang Panggangan Elementary School, number 3. Who will follow Ma'am Tunet, the third presenter? Ay, yung corner si Day Maria Fe, number 4. Then number 5, si Day Maristel. Day Maristel, number 5. Okay. Number 8 mo si Day. Number 8 ka Day Leia, number 8. Okay, si Day Maristel, number 5. Who will follow Day Maristel? Who will follow Day Maristel? Nagunahuna pa sila. Kinsa man nag-grace? Oy, si Parisini, no? Si Parisini ni dong? Yes, sir. So, next to Day Maristel is si Parisinin. 6 na niya. 7. Kinsa ning number 7? Next to Parisinin, so may laing nag-raise diha. Sige na lang. Mukha na lang ta ha. Unya. Basta, we will first give time to our 1, 2, 3. Kinsa may kapito? Around 8. 8 ang Calape National High School, sir. Sir Arcadio, okay pa mo, sir? Ikaw mo number 7. Day Joanne. Sige, okay. Marag nawa pa man sila. Sige, 1. We will first. Are you now ready, Ma'am Len? Sige. We will start now our presentation.
Sir, agad ang i-question ba nga pwede rin na ni kanang i-oral ra kay basahan ra na ring kuan?
I-oral. Sige na lang, Ma'am Len. Hindi ka ka-share screen.
Kung number 1.
Sige. Okay, Ma'am.
Hello, Doc.
Sige.
Last na lang ni Doc.
Sir?
Doc Philip.
Yes, sir.
last lang mi, pahuman na lang sila daan.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sige,
Ah,
sir.
kay si
Nag-prepare pa, sir. Nag-prepare pa. Sige lang, no worry. No worry. All
dili
your
kay ko halo
presentations,
sila.
no, are given positive consideration. No repudiation of your targets because those are your targets. Okay, sige. Ma'am Belen is now given the floor. Ma'am Len, nya,
automatic sa nang murag mo kuha yung call.
but if you can also share your screen so much kay aron makakita pud ni ba? Okay.
I'm using my cell phone, sir. Ay, gagamit sa...
Okay, Ma'am Len. Sige, Ma'am Len.
Okay, so, for access and for curriculum, so our objectives is improve the reading ability of our pupils from proficiency level to instructional and independent. So the status of the program of reading ability of the pupils is evident for our balance. Paghapon. Teachers that they have no with their pupils in reading. Then last, remedial activities brings positive
Ma'am Len, Ma'am
results
Len.
using
Excuse me, Ma'am Len. Sorry for interrupting you, Ma'am Len. We cannot clearly hear your voice. Ano man ito?
May request everyone to please put your microphones on mute kay Ma'am Belen is talking. Naman ko yung musapaw, sir.
Nay musapaw, nay wala.
Okay, thank you.
Sige, Ma'am Len, go on.
Okay. So for lessons learned, remedial activities bring positive results. Then using attractive and appropriate IM really makes a difference. For governance, construction of compost pit. So the objective here is to segregate garbage and teach the pupils to have proper mindset on proper waste disposal. So status of our project that is already constructed. So our status of balance is 100%. Our issues encountered, lack of funds for lessons learned, allocating funds and tapping stakeholders makes wonders in school. The second program, construction of the feeding center. So our objective is to have an area where feeding of children is done regularly and the preparation of the foods. Status of the project that is being constructed already, so that is 100% in balance. Our issues encountered, the place or the site where it can be constructed, and the financial budget. So, lesson learned, our relationship with our stakeholders. So, we are happy to have that constructed from the donation of one of our alumna of Mandaog Elementary School, the Ecolier des Philippines, through Miss Celine Saransky. The third project is the construction of the 2 additional perimeter blocks of fence. So our objective here is to protect the school premises from stray animals and strangers entering the school and to secure children from crossing the street. So it has not yet started. So 100% pang balance ani. issues and concerns, lack of financial budget because of the pandemic that we have now. Then for lessons learned, also we must continue to raise funds so that this project will be realized. So for learners' performance, sorry that I cannot give you the data for the EGRA, the ECD, IGMAN, and the ORB because our files are in the office since we cannot get inside our office. So I have no data for that. Then for programs for health and nutrition, so 100% of the 436 pupils are within normal. That is our objective. But 13 or 0.03% out of 436 pupils fall outside the normal health status. So after the feeding program, we have the 100% pupils fall of the normal health status. Issues encountered: lack of cooperation of parents during the schedule of food preparation. Lessons learned: parents and teachers collaboration and cooperation makes it easy. So do I need to have the form 2, sir, to read? Nga murag maura man ni sila.
Okay na lang, Ma'am Len. Okay lang.
Murag repetition bitaw, sir, sa form 1.
Ma'am Len, can you mention the targets in your SLCP that are now incorporated in your AIP, integrated in your AIP 2? The targets in your SLCP that are now integrated in your AIP 2. The backlogs in your SLCP which are still considered relevant and that are now incorporated in your AIP 2. Unsa may mga targets sa imong SLCP nga imong gi-appeal karon, Ma'am Len?
Katong kuan, sir, purchase bitaw para COVID.
Okay. Mga printing materials, no?
Kanang printing materials kay murag ongoing man jud na siya, sir.
So gi-appeal gyapon na nimo. Included gyapon na siya. Sige, okay. So, thank you very much, Ma'am Evelyn Simbahon, for your presentation. Okay. Thank you, Ma'am Len. And the next presenter will be Calape Central Elementary School. Okay. The school head or the cluster head could assign somebody to do the presentation. It could be also the school head himself or herself. Okay. Sige, okay. We will now give you Central School. We are reminded that in our SIP, our targets for improvement of the reading skills of our children should not be forgotten. Our SIP should have targets for the improvement of the reading skills of our children. But I think it is not a problem because our CI projects are focusing on, most of our CI projects are relative sa improvement of the reading skills of our children. even though in high school. Okay, we will now give you our central school will report. The central school principal, Mrs. Kosap, will do the representation. Okay, take it away.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning to our PSDS, Mr. Felix Ecosap. These are our outputs in yesterday's session about EIP adjustment and annual implementation review. So, first, I will show to you the annual implementation review template of Calape Central Elementary School. So, in access and quality, our project lipad. Ang lipad ligtas, pardo, at dropouts. So, our objectives to lessen the number of dropouts and save pupils at risk of dropping out. The status of this project is only 40% implementation. We have the balance of 60%. Why? Say issues encountered. Sapaw.
Excuse me, Sir Senen. Sir, please stop presenting, sir. Kay naputol ang presentation ni Ma'am Net, sir. Nisapaw yung presentation, sir. Thank you.
Nasapawan mo sir sinini ko sir. Ing present sir sa isang screen.
Okay na. Ga-practice mo kung share.
Oh, thank you, sir. Practice. Rumahan na, sir. Thank you, sir. So, we have the balance of 60%. Why? Partial implementation due to cancellation of classes because of the threat of COVID-19. We know that last school year, ning abot ang COVID. No, ang atong mga project na cancel. So kaniya na-appeal na piktuhan ang among project lipad. Then lessons learned to that is plans and programs have timelines that should be strictly followed to achieve the desired results. Then another project is intensified remedial reading program. This aim to lessen by 75% from last school year the number of non-readers or syllabic readers. Still, partial implementation only, 70%. We lack 30%. Partial implementation due to cancellation of classes because of the COVID-19. Plus, and program have timeline that should be strictly followed. Another project basta, meaning a basta is basa sabtunta. Our objective is to increase the MPS on reading comprehension in Calape Central Elementary School. Only 40% implementation will lack 60%. Still, COVID-19 is the reason. Another project is weight loss program for overweight learners. We have overweight learners in Calape Central Elementary School. So, morning nasa one of our project to lessen the number of overweight learners by 50% from the previous school year. Then, to recognize learners who make progress on their nutritional status through giving of rewards and incentives. Only 30% implementation, we lack 70%. So, because planning stages were completed, but implementation was interrupted. The cancellation of classes because of the threat of COVID-19. So, plans and programs cannot be done if we desire on an honest result. However, it must also be flexible to cater circumstances or factors beyond our control. So all of those are in the access. Then governance, uh, our projects are computer set. To purchase one computer set with one printer, one one CPU and two printers were purchased. So among na achieve ning purchasing of computer set. Then printers are more needed by teachers in this time of pandemic wherein modular printed learning delivery was adopted by the school. So napalit to namo tong printer o computer kanina realize din namo nga target kay kanang our printer we purchase more than one printer, 6 printers among na purchase because of kanang we use the printed modules. So we need to reproduce using printer sa wapata mag-riso o daghan-daghan jud ni printer, 6 printers ang among na palit kay aron maka-print ang mga maestra. Tanang grado gitagaan og kanang printers. Then trash bins for school waste management. To purchase 14 trash bins to be distributed for each grade level. Wa jud ni namo ma-achieve kada abtan namo kay dili man kadto po ni importante noon. Abtan o pandemic wa jud binapalit aning trash bins. Then cementing a pathway, another projects which is not realized. Wa jud namo kaning nasa tubangan nga cementing of pathway. Repair sa among pathway sa in front of the Gabaldon building. Then another is sound system, purchasing of sound system. Not yet implemented also. Wa mi ka palit aning sound system. Kay nahibaw na ta nga kalitra o kanang white klase unsa daghan ta og gipamalit para sa kuan reproduction and also mga kanang kuan sa pandemic nga alcohol mga kung mas importante mo giuna man nato di ba which is our kanang response to COVID-19. So kaning mga sound system kuan namo handwashing facility to construct 2 handwashing facilities in school. 100% full implementation kay we have constructed handwashing facilities. Classroom flooring, flooring of 2 classrooms, accomplished po ni. And smart television, acquire 1 smart television, 100% accomplished. Nakapalit po ni aning smart TV. Then, learners performance and area learners performance, we have this ORB project bus, tutok basa, to lessen the number of syllabic readers from 47 to 20 based on the ORBT or oral reading. So 47 ang among syllabic readers, 40% only accomplished. Wadyo na mo mahuman, lacking 60%. Partial implementation due to cancellation of classes because of the threat of COVID-19. So plans are laid but due to circumstances beyond control, it was not completed. So beyond control to nato, kalit ka-cancel ang klase, walay wala na ang face-to-face, usaon pa man ang atong mga project labining about reading. Wala tay kuan ani, we cannot control, beyond control na nato. Another project is PhilEri English, PhilEri Filipino, Project ROAR. To increase the number of independent readers by 50% based on PhilEri result. So 40% accomplished, lacking 60%. Partial implementation gihapon due to COVID-19. Oh, plans are late but due to circumstances beyond control, it was not completed. Only 40%. Then another mandated programs, health and nutrition. So to lessen the number of overweight learners by 50% from the previous school year. Partial implementation only 30%, we lack 70%. Planning stages were completed, but the implementation was interrupted due to the cancellation of classes because of the threat of COVID-19. Plans and programs cannot be done hastily. We desire honest result. However, it must also be flexible to cater circumstances, factors beyond our control. So, that is our annual implementation review.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Mrs.
Annual
Cosa.
implementation plan.
Mura you have already consumed the time given to you.
Ah,
Anyway, nakahibaw na taon sa inyo mga targets that could be also included in your Form 2. And may I know where are your targets? Targets as to purchasing materials to keep COVID-19 at bay.
kani sa kuan man ni sa EIP na sa School Learning Continuity Plan.
Oh.
Katong purchase kanang reproduction materials na ato na include kanang like bond paper, ink, bond paper and ink. And also mga disinfectants, purchase of disinfectant, alcohol, face mask, nasa Learning Continuity Plan. Ako matay i-present kay daman na ari.
Those targets that you have mentioned are the ones to be integrated in our AIP2.
Integrated na sa AIP2.
Yeah. So do not forget to integrate all those targets in your SLCP into your AIP2. Okay. Thank you very much, Mrs. Cosa, for that very nice presentation. And we will move on. We will give now time to Panggangan Elementary School. No. The Ma'am Tunet's cluster. Panggangan, San Isidro, and Labuon. Is Ma'am Tunet on the other end?
Aday gadiya kay Salamat, sir.
Hello.
Yes, hello, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am. Ay, naragid eh. Okay, very nice. Where are you staying, ma'am? In your... Kamusta yung balay?
I'm staying here in my sister's house to get a better signal.
Yes, town. Sige, ma'am, okay. Take it away.
Okay, sir. Actually, my presentation is a little bit murag anjini sir kanang ani ko day di anak ko palit ma'am wait sa kiss ano man ano na share ba asan ko asan sige okay naman hello
yes ma'am
nadungog ko sir okay actually sir kanang I find it difficult to have the adjustment because I am jumping from one school to another, and then I tried my best because there was no soft copy of the AIP in Pangrangan. So I called up the teachers to help me uh, to help me make this AIR and the AIP using the hard copy and under kuan sa ilang nahinumduman lang po sir ba sa ilang nahinumduman.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here's my annual implementation review template. Our annual implementation review template. For access and quality, Pangrangan Elementary School was able to have the one project only, Project Have, energetic active life towards healing health. So this is all about health. Objectives, we have 13 out of 38 kindergarten learners will gain normal weight. Status of program, 12 learners out of 13 achieve normal weight. So balance of one learner remain wasted. Issue is all about health. Then lessons learned, constant monitoring helps in the realization of the objective. For governance, we have here the project Improve Safe Learning Environment. This is actually same with what we have also in our SLCP, sir. 395 learners will be safely secured inside the school campus. Status of project program, all learners were safely secured inside the school campus. Status of balance, 70% of the school perimeter fence is improved. Issues encountered, source out funds for the construction of perimeter fence. Lessons learned, support and cooperation of the stakeholders is highly recognized for improvement of the project. Then we also have another project for governance, objective, printing materials. So print module last, then 6 printers were already purchased. Then we have a balance of 5 printers because we targeted 11 printers to be purchased. Issue is financial. Then lessons learned, tapping support from stakeholders will help realize the target because we were able also to solicit or receive one printer from our stakeholder. Then for learner performance in IGRA, we have 64 or 100% of the grade 1 learners were able to take the IGRA. ECD, early childhood development, for grade 1, we have 49 or 100% of 49 or 100% of the kindergarten also were administered. EGMA, 178 or 100% of the grades 1 to 3 learners were able also to take the EGMA. Then ORV, 7 out of 214 learners in grade 3 to 6 are frustration readers. For our performance indicator, we have here our graduation rate, 53 or 100% of the learners in the grade 6 are promoted. Then lesson learned, parent support is essential to the success of the learners. Promotion is, we have enrollment of 400, so there are 394 out of 400 learners who are promoted in the last school year. Dropout, 3 lang kabuok. Failure, we have also 3. Repetition, we have 1 pupil only. For field area, we have 17 out of 214 learners in grade 3 to 6 are frustration readers. That's English, but for Filipino, we have 15 out of 214 learners in grades 3 to 6 are frustration readers. For other mandated programs, we have health and nutrition. 26 out of 400 are beneficiaries. Onya 22 ang go back to normal, 4 lang ang remain wasted. Ang issue is health. And the lesson learned, parent support is very essential in improving health status for their child. For Brigada Eskwela, we were able to, Panggangan Elementary School, we were able to source out 120,000 for school improvement. So that is, the money is, the proceeds of the money goes to the fencing, perimeter fence. Then the perimeter fence were not able to, the perimeter fence was not completed because of financial issues. And lesson learned, tapping support from stakeholders helps in the realization of the project. For Gulayan sa Paralan, Panggangan Elementary School also initiated vegetable and root crop plantation. So they were able to gain 10,000, and then some of their products were also used to feed our malnourished children. So the product serves as support in the feeding program. So those are all for the annual implementation review. For our AIP for school year 2020-21, we have our project title for access, project objective, conduct simulation on the distribution and retrieval of last modules following the health protocol. So activities, print sample module, set the venue, conduct information dissemination. Output, parents are oriented with the process or persons responsible. Parents, guardians, teachers, schedule. It was done last August, budget MOE. Then for another program for access, download, and print last modules. Then our activity, get a copy of the last module from the LR. Then the output are the learner's portfolio, persons responsible, the same parents, guardians, learners, teachers. Then we started printing the modules last July up to present. Then we also get funds from donors, our donors who donated bond papers, ink, and also some of the resources were taken from our MOOE. Then for quality and relevance, we have improved knowledge, skills, and attitudes of teachers and school head on Office, Microsoft Teams, Drive, development of self-learning kits, virtual classroom, and the digitization on IMs. That's our objective. Our activities, attend webinar on LDM1, LDM2, ELND, and other trainings. Then also, another activities we conducted, we also have the LAC sessions. Then, our output is we have prepared LDM2 and also pamaputang na mo din nga, we also learned better in the use of mga platforms. Then, persons responsible, of course, the teachers and the school head, and the training was started last I think that was July, nalipat ni Day. Then source of fund, we have the MOOE. Then for another objective, ensure effective delivery for teaching learning modalities under the new normal. Conduct an online monitoring, remote monitoring using a survey via Facebook, email. Then output is delivery of adapted teaching learning modalities. Then persons responsible, school head and teachers. And then this is done quarterly. Source of fund, MOOE. Another objective, Make sure the extent of curriculum implementation delivery as basis for future planning. So evaluate schools' accomplishment against targets using localized online M&E tool. Output accomplishment per grade level tracked down and accounted. Persons responsible, principal, school head, school ICT. Then it will be done on February, and our source of funds is MOOE. Another is for the governance. Let's go to governance. We have here our objective: ensure the readiness for the conduct of modified Brigada Eskwela under the new normal conducted in ato last May. Secure a big copy of Brigada guidelines, conduct a virtual meeting, discuss the guidelines and plan out school strategies aligned to the school's division office to implement successfully the BA despite COVID-19 threats. Then we have the copy of the among output, copy of the modified Brigada guidelines. Then person, school principal, the Brigada coordinator. Kalimutan nag-type. Then May 2020 up to present kay we were adapting the Brigada Eskwela Plus. So murag continuous ni ato ang activities sa Brigada Eskwela Plus despite na wala tay face to face. Because still we are preparing the school for hopefully for the coming for the implementation of face to face classes. So source of funds, we have MOE, also we have donation. Then the ADI pa sunod atong activity, communicate the guidelines of the modified brigada to the stakeholders or streamers, SMS, messenger, Facebook account, email. Another objective, ensure a successful brigada implementation. Introduce materials that could be purchased or donated like printer, bond paper, link naman, ink, etc. So output materials made available because we were able to generate kanang materials from our stakeholders also. Persons responsible, school principal, teachers. So we started our what do you call this program last June, and then source of fund donations. Napod uban sa MOOE. Then recognize the donors. We also recognize the donors by giving them certificate and letter of appreciation. So persons responsible, school, principal, teachers. So mo gihapon na continuous from June up to present kay napaman gihapon nang hatag namo hangtod karon og mga bond paper bisag wa mi moingon. We just post them on Facebook as our way of showing our gratitude to our donors kay kahibaw sila sa amo ang need kay di kaigo ang MOOE. Then another is conduct widest dissemination on plan balik eskwela amidst the threats of COVID-19. Mo gyapon siya niya. We have our activities kay secure guidelines of the balik o plan eskwela. Then stakeholders are informed on the guidelines of balik eskwela. Pero ang balik eskwela ani mao lagi ng modular man ta. But then we were able to make to have our orientation from kindergarten to grade 6 so that our community people and the parents will be properly informed. Ensure effective implementation of the plan balik eskwela. Maora ni siya. And then another is ensure safe learning environment. Our objective is to source out funds or activities, our source out funds for completion of perimeter fence kay napa may 30% nga wala pa mahuman. So auto niya kanang wala mong plano nga himuon this school year. Wala mong gi-appeal gihapon diri sa among AIP 2. Kay sa AIP 1 wala pa man ma-completed. Then this, of course, print modules, last and activity sheets. So purchase of printers, ink, and bond paper gihapon ang lisod diri. Then our output printers, ink, bond papers. Persons responsible, school principal, teachers, and stakeholders. Then nagsugod mi ani purchase pag-abot na ho diha July, then up to present. Then source of fund, MOOE, and on donation also. Then I think the last Another objective plan, undertake various health nutrition related activities that are aligned to the program of the STO to keep safety from the threats of COVID-19. So our output is align the school nutrition and health program to that of the SDO. Adjust of the school annual procurement plan for COVID-19. I-adjust na mo para makapalit ni o mga materials nga magamit para sa health and safety. Okay, so source of fund, MOOP. Then, another is, yes, mo na of thermal scanner, alcohol disinfectant, face mask, repair of hand washing, mo na siya ang objective.
Ma'am
Another
Ned,
is
excuse
ensure a
me.
successful employee. Sir,
Ma'am Ned,
my time
excuse
is
me.
enough.
Ma'am, you have already
Yes, sir.
consumed
Yes,
the
sir.
time given to you. And so far, you have
Okay,
given
sir. Thank
a
you.
comprehensive presentation. So thank you very much. And we understand, ma'am, we really like your projects, no? For Central School, doon na sila'y, sa niday, lipad. Portmanteau for ligtas, pardos, and dropouts. They have also basta. Basta is basa,
Sabtunta.
sabtunta. And in your school, you have health project. The meaning of health is have energetic, active life towards healing. Nindot kayo yung
Yes, sir.
nindot kayo. So congratulations to your school. At least nga your AIP is almost complete. Yeah, we understand nga doon na naman nga your targets in your SLCPs in your SLCP are already integrated, like the downloading of the modules, like the purchase of band paper and other printing materials, and all. You have also targets relative to health and safety concerns. So thank you.
We also added the RRM in our target.
Karong kuan amo pa ba gihapon na nga kuan nga murag awa mo naman online kanang distance learning man ta. Murag di man jud ni ma-realize ni mga ani nga project.
I-carry over, that's carry over.
I-carry over rad. Dili i-drop.
I-carry over lang na siya kay we do not know. Kay maybe if the president will allow, and if our LGU will allow, we could have a limited face-to-face. Okay. We are glad to announce. Thank you, Ma'am Net. Thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Labuon. Thank you, San Isidro. We are glad to inform you that our district consultant has already joined us. She has been monitoring us since yesterday. Ma'am Hermie.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Ma'am Hermie. Can we ask some words of cheers coming from your end, Ma'am Hermie?
Okay. Thank you so much, Sir Felix. And I'm happy to be with you, Calape, this second day.
Excuse me, ma'am, for interrupting. We are requesting all school heads to please mute your mic. Musapaw. Time to Ma'am Hermie. Yes, ma'am, take it away.
Okay, thank you so much. This is always part of our journey. First ever virtual NSET, no? Ever since we have conducted NSET face-to-face. Only in 2020, we do it virtually. It is because of our very
Ma'am Hermie, excuse me, Ma'am, Ma'am Hermie. Please unmute your mic, ma'am. Kay murag di ka madungog, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sorry.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
I was thinking it was already unmute. Okay, once again, thank you so much. And I'm happy to be with you, Calape District. Thank you so much, Sir Felix, for having me this morning. However, yesterday, I was also monitoring you. I have also heard you, no? I did not just make any comment because you're already busy. So, but then, I am happy you're able to have this connection. Not all districts have good internet connectivity, no? One of my consultancy yesterday, only few was able to enter. That is why in the afternoon, they make another link. They switch to other link, so many could be accommodated. So that's it. No, that anyway, the morning was not also wasted because the supervisor also directed other workshop or other activities. Still, the time was also managed, and make use of, not being wasted. So, for you, I believe you have maximized your time since yesterday. Then, I have heard that your attendance yesterday was perfect. Yes, sir. All of the expected participants were present, and I am happy for that, no? Because everybody felt the need and the importance of this NSET. That's good indication. And I hope you can sustain your 100% attendance till the end of this NSET until Friday, no? So, with that indication, without attitude you have demonstrated, I am happy and inspired, no? Murag dili na ko dapat mahatag inspiration kay inspired naman tanan, sir. All are already motivated, no? So I am happy for that, Calape District. And I know Calape also is a performing district and a lot of potentials, no? All school heads, majority of school heads are doing their best. Please continue to do so because that is how we are expected of, no? The DepEd Bohol Division would be happy for our school heads, our teachers doing their best because our prime and foremost duty is to serve our stakeholders, no? Above all, to serve God, no? And then, what I want to remind you, I have heard already some reports, though I don't think it is already incorporated in your SIP for the activities with the existence of COVID, no? Marag ka ng nate adjustment. We do some adjustment in our SIP, EIP, because during the crafting of our SIP, we have not experienced yet this pandemic. So we can do some adjustment and incorporate other interventions, other gaps possible for improving the environment, the learning materials, resources for our learners. Though for this time, still we cannot afford to have face-to-face. We are not sure as to when will we have our face-to-face. But then anyway, whatever happens, we are always flexible and we are always ready. For the modules for quarter 2, the rest of the different learning areas I have already done. We have already submitted to LR, and then LR is also keep tracking and reviewing the different modules crafted by the different supervisors with their TWGs and writers, no? So it's up for the LR to give to the district LR as well the modules for quarter 2, and I believe it is already out for quarter 2, week 1 and 2 for your distribution and for your printing. However, we also have modules from the central office, no? So it's up for the teachers. What are you supposed to reproduce? What suits? What is best for your learners? Because the teachers are the ones who can diagnose the quality or the kind of students they have. So they have the authority to design what modules they will give to their learners. So it's up to you, as long as we have the materials from you to choose from. That's it. No, it's already available for you, for the teachers to choose from. Asay ngayon sa iyang set of learners that could usually address the need of the learners. So you can agree among yourselves. You have to consider various factors, just like the resources, primarily the bond paper, the ink, the toner, much more the status of your learners. So aside from that, modules, may I know, sir, if your district have already received the bond papers from the division office? Have you received any?
Yes, ma'am. Received already and already distributed to the schools.
How many reams have you received, sir? The allocation given? Is it complete? Are you aware of the allocation for your district, sir? And then that is also the corresponding number of reams you have received?
Yeah, we have already received the pila ka reams to tananday. We have already received, ma'am, the band papers, the reams of band paper. Pila day? 3,234. And then 2,354, no? O mao na ang among number of reams received, and reams of band papers were already distributed to our elementary schools. And there are how about our secondary
Doc, wala pa.
is the
We are
delivery
waiting, Doc.
in the respective schools.
Wala pa
Next
ko
month.
sir, Malmis.
And Calape National High School is not yet
Yes,
delivered.
tomorrow, maybe, Doc. Tomorrow, Doc. Kaya karon pa
Tomorrow,
kuno maabot ang delivery gikan sa
okay.
kanila.
Because the delivery from
we're
high school
waiting
is right smack there in their own school.
Yes, sir. The secondary schools are for the directly sent to the secondary schools. Yeah. We are just following it up as to how is the bond paper, sir, doing? Is it good? Is it not being eaten by your printer or something like that? Does that cause any problem? The quality of bond paper, are you using it already? Are the schools using them now? Okay. We will be.
Magamit, ma'am, we will just give you an update as to the quality of the bond papers we have received. Because nakapalit naman kami og mga reams of band papers with the use of our MOOE, but those received from the division office will be our reserve.
Yeah, that's good, sir. That's good. So at least we will not be experiencing shortage of bond paper, hopefully in the near future.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much for that.
I am happy to know that you already have received that bond papers, because the other districts, when I ask, wala pa sila ka-receive. So you're lucky you have received. Okay, I'm happy for that.
Thanks,
so
God.
another reminder for that, sir, is in terms of the IPCR, how are we now? Karon na siya i-disseminate, sir, no?
First day, yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday you were able to discuss that already.
Yeah.
So the school heads have
our topics yesterday were, the first one was all about the adjustment of the AIP2, and that was followed by the IPCR. And then yesterday afternoon will be workshop. Yesterday afternoon was focused on doing the workshop for AIP review and AIP adjustment. And that is why the first hour in this morning is the
presentation. Okay, that's
and the topic of EIP2 yesterday adjustment was followed by the IPCR. And along with the workshop on EIP adjustment yesterday afternoon was also the workshop on IPCR review.
Okay. So that's good, sir. So after all, we have done that ahead because of the PBB requirement, di ba?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So, katong kuan ba next?
Saman.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Na-appeal ba ang kanang PSDS sa kuan ma'am? Ing tawag mo si Ma'am Mel Bilano nga i-appeal siya sa central nga kanang PBB?
During that year,
PSDS?
siguro, ma'am.
Ha?
Usually, ang PSDS kay sa division ramang guda, ma'am.
Ning tawag mo si Ma'am Mel nga
Pero,
i-appeal ko.
itawag siya. Basin kaya ang assignment niya last year was in your district man, ma'am.
So i-add siya sa among
I-add lang sila, ma'am, kay arong og in kaso og kuan i-delete ra man po na diri sa accounting pohon, ma'am, og madubli kali ang gunaaba sa division i-karga ana.
Ang mga PSDS i-appeal sa kuan central.
I-appeal lang palihog, ma'am. Anyway, og naamang gali duplication, i-adjust ra man po na sa taga-accounting, ma'am.
Sige,
kaysa dili sila makarga, ma'am. Kaysa dili sila makarga, no?
Maayo bitaw. Maayo ta makadawat.
Lagi, sir. Oy, kami, sir, dugay naman juta, sir. Wata kadawat, sir, oy.
Dugay.
Wala ta kahibaw PBB, sir.
Sige,
whatever. Sige lang. Namay dakong PBB na to sa heaven, sir. Kaya man ta kadawat.
Mao jud.
Ay nga naon na lang na to atong hunahuna, sir, para di ta ma-disappoint.
Mao bitaw. Sige. Yeah, thank you very much kayo, Ma'am Hermie, for that.
Dapat ko may reminder, sir, sa mga school heads, sir, at mga teachers ba, in terms about the benefits at mga teachers, nga ma-request pa sa mga administrators nga tan-aw nila yung mga teachers nga na-implement na bag ilang mga step increments, nga wala ba tay teacher 1 nga mo retire, sir?
Yes,
At least,
we are looking to that.
ang ato mga teachers, ma-updated sila. They will continue to study professionally para why reason nga dili sila maka teacher 3, teacher, master teacher, something like that, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Para na sila progress before man sila mo retire. Nya kanang atong pag-assign bitaw sa district sa mga assignment pud, sir, sa mga different programs, kay we always have this succession program ba, sir, succession planning kay mo namang gyud mo ang generation, the following generation, yaklan lain man ta mga potentials itap na to tong ubang mga younger generations na more or less they also have potentials, give them equal opportunity to grow in whatever fields nga asa sila inclined, no? For the teachers who are listening, please kanang panghilabot, no, pagpakaban na, no, participate, you go out of your shell, the talents, the potentials given to you by God, i-share na, ipakita na, no, para daghan makapahimulos, no, daghan maka-enjoy, our learners and our stakeholders, our department will be happy to make use and maximize your skills and your potentials. Ipakita na siya, no? Kay the more you give, the more you will be having. You unfeel, then it is being refilled. Then it will be refreshing, and the more you will grow. So the more we share it, the more we will be happy. Again, thank you so much, and I hope I have made it clear to my message. Happy and Merry Christmas, everyone. Let's keep safe always and keep praying, because He's only our protector, our supreme physician, no? Let's be safe because health is our prime capital. Without our health, we could not continue our job well. So once again, God bless and happy onset, Calape District. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Inspiration.
Thank you for the inspiration. Thank you for the exhortations. Thank you for the motherly advice and everything, the inputs and everything that you have shared to us. We will just give you the link, Ma'am Hermie, for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th day activities in our inset. We'll just send you in your messenger account so you could also conduct the remote monitoring.
Okay, sir. Thank you. My pleasure, sir. God
Thank you very
bless.
much, ma'am.
Okay. Bye-bye,
Okay.
everyone. God bless. Have a
Thank
great
you very much,
day.
ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, ma'am.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much to our District Consultant, Dr. Hermenilda Gracio. We will now proceed, go on with the presentation before we will give time to our District LR Coordinator to deliver the salient topics on DepEd Order number 31. We'll give now the floor to the next presenter. After Panggangan Elementary, after Ma'am Tunet, Ma'am Maria Fe, our LR coordinator, will follow. Take it away, Ma'am Maria Fe.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good morning, Calape District. To all the teachers and administrators in Calape, a pleasant good morning. And to Engineer Gracia. Okay, so I will present the annual implementation review of Olbuhan Elementary School. So access and quality. This we have the CI project for year 1. Project ERI, enhanced remediation in English. The objectives is to reduce the number of frustration readers in English by the end of school year 2019-2020. The status of the project: 8 out of 111 pupils are still frustration readers. It is based from our field area result pre-test. Then the status of balance: 7% are still frustration readers. Then issues encountered: lack of follow-up. Then lesson learned: focus the conduct of remedial frustration readers. Then another project, we have door and window grills project to install door and window grills in the newly built classrooms. Due to pandemic, the budget allocated for the project was realigned to medical and school supplies and other learning needs. So wala na siya na implement. Issues encountered: not implemented due to COVID-19 pandemic. Another project, we have a school beautification project under governance. The objective is to improve the beautification and landscaping of the school. So we have repaired pathways and plant boxes. So 75% accomplished, 25% not accomplished. Delayed implementation due to the no available mason and bad weather. Then the lesson learned, we have contact expert or mason carpenter ahead of time. Another project, we have repainted classroom roofs, the BE building, kanang nasa mga tubangan nga building, we 100% accomplished. Then another project under governance, project Basura Ko Responsibilidad Ko. The objectives is to improve the school waste management. So we constructed compost pits, 100% accomplished. Then it is delayed in the implementation due to no available mason and also bad weather. Then the lesson learned, contact expert, mason or carpenter ahead of time. Then another project is purchase color-coded trash bins, not implemented. The budget allocated for the purchase of trash bins was realigned to medical or school supplies. Another project, to make a concrete pathway in going to the kindergarten room and canteen. So that is 100% completion of the project. It was delayed in the implementation but still na-implement jud siya. Then for the learners' performance, we have the IGRA to sustain the 100% readers from grades 1 to 3. So we have grades 1 to 3 pupils are 100% readers. and they need more time in conducting ERA than lesson learned, patience, and willingness to conduct the program made the work easier. Then for ECD, the objective is to sustain the 100% readiness of the kindergarten pupils katong ilang ECD nga results. 100% kindergarten pupils pass the ECD test. And then for IGMA, sorry nga wala chumi sa result. Kuan sige ana wala man to ang wala na mo is only the pre-test, then pag post-test na wala na kagiabot naman ta nga kanang wala na kanang nag-lockdown na ta. Then ORV to decrease the percentage of non-readers from 0.4% to 0%. So the result was we have zero non-readers. So the learner is not around during the remedial time, then issue na mo, then the lesson learned, learners' willingness to learn, and teachers' hard work must go together to have positive result. For the key KPIs, graduation, to sustain 100% graduation rate, so sustain 100% graduation rates. Then promotion, the objective is to attain the 100% promotion rate, so sustain 100% promotion rate. Dropout, sustain the zero dropout rate, so na-sustain na mo nga we don't have dropout. Then for failure, zero failure also. Then reputation, zero. Then lesson learned, home visitation to Lardos help save the learners from dropping out from the school. Then for fail area, the objective is to reduce the number of frustration readers. So 8 out of 111 pupils are still frustration readers in English. Then in Filipino, 5 out of 11 pupils are still frustration readers in Filipino. So 7% are still. Then sa Filipino, 3.5% are still frustration readers. Then the lesson learned, focus on the conduct of remedial to frustration readers. Then for others, project implemented, we have health and nutrition project, or the TEMPO, timbang mo punan ko, to decrease the number of wasted and severely wasted pupils from 19 to 15 or 20%. So out of 19 undernourished pupils, 17 are normal in their nutritional status level by the end of the school year. So naiduha pa jud nga nagpabilin nga wasted. So lesson learned, parents cooperation is needed in the conduct of feeding. Then for Brigada Eskwela, to increase the stakeholders' attendance and participation in Brigada Eskwela, stakeholders' attendance and participation in Brigada Eskwela was increased by 10% from 80 to 88 stakeholders. So lesson learned, posting of tarpaulin, streamers on Brigada Eskwela schedule can help inform the stakeholders. Then gulayan sa paralan, garden ko, ugmaron ko, this is to improve the containerized vegetable garden to have good yields and harvest. So 80% improvement of containerized vegetable garden. So we have still 20% kanang to improve. So lesson learned, good rapport with parents to ask some assistance. Then for SLCP Quarter 1 review template, progress monitoring, we have grab SLCP and share the approved SLCP to the barangay, council, and PTA official. So this is 100% accomplished. Then issues encountered, hectic schedule of the school head to share the SLCP to the barangay council. Kay before sa dry run mo pa may paghatag na mo sa amo ang SLCP sa pag-share sa barangay council. The lesson learned, time management is needed. Conduct a survey on the preferred learning modalities. 100% accomplished kay tanan na tagaan mo na mo sa LASF nga form. Then conduct orientation to parents on the preferred learning modalities. 100% accomplished before the dry run or the simulation. Nakakonduct me og orientation to parents. Then conduct dry run on the preferred learning modalities. Still nakakonduct me, that is 100% accomplished. Then Another is reproduce and distribute activity sheets or the self-learning modules provided by SDO apps to refresh learners' knowledge. That is 100% accomplished. Atong before nag-start ang atong klase, nabi tato yung refresher, so naka-hatag mi, naka-reproduce mi, then naka-distribute to the learners as refresher. Then conduct the modified Brigada Eskwela under the new normal. That is 100% accomplished. Communicate the guidelines of the modified Brigada Eskwela and district strategies to the stakeholders through streamers, SMS, and email and Facebook account. Then, conduct information dissemination of Uplan Balik Eskwela, 100% accomplished. Monitor the implementation of Uplan Balik Eskwela through online help desk that tracks and documents implementation progress. That is 100% accomplished. Then, another is we purchase 7 printers. So the ratio of printers and the teacher in Albuhan Elementary School is 1:1. So tagsa na jud sila, aron jud silang tanan maka-print kung adto ra sila sa eskwelahan. Then aside from that, napo sila printer sa ilahang bahay. So the source is coming from MOOE and then from private individuals or stakeholders. So that's all for our air.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma'am Maria Fe Kamutin. Kindly, ma'am, mention what targets in your SLCP that are now incorporated in your AIP2.
The procurement of printing materials such as bond papers, katong master roll for the risograph, and then katong ink.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ma'am Maria Fe Kamutin, and we will now move on to the next reporter, to the next presenter. We will just give you our considerations, and please give us your consideration that our reporter will be up only to Sir Parisinin Salinas, no? The next reporter next to the reporter next to Ma'am Maria Fe will be Day Maristel, and Day Maristel will be followed by Parisinin Salinas. So we will just only be up to Parisinin Salinas, and our presentation will resume in the afternoon, to start at 1 o'clock this afternoon, before our session on understanding and contextualization of modules, because we still have to give time to our district LR coordinator to discuss DPID order number 31. So without delay, we will give you the cluster of Mrs. Maristel Hinabi for her presentation.
Okay. Good morning once again.
Good morning, Day.
Okay, here's the annual implementation review for Bonbon Katmunan Elementary School. For access and quality, we have the CI project, pagbasa para sa kahiusa. Our objective is to decrease the number of slow readers and frustration readers from 11 to 0 by the end of third quarter. This project was conducted kanang last year, maya mo CI, but nahuman man ni siya, pero still naagihapoy tulo ka frustration readers. It's because of these learners have special needs, and one of the learner lacked follow-up. So lessons learned, we focus on giving TE to the frustration readers, and we will plan to amuaning subayon karon, pangitaon namo ning tulo ka bata. Then another access project, we have the mathematics teaching in incredible way. This is to decrease the number of non-numerates. Mauni ang result namo sa EGMA in the lower grades from 28 to 21. Nagpili ra mig isa ka grado ani nga daghan ang non-numerates. Okay, so this project is unaccomplished because we focused on the reading remediation. So lessons learned, remediation should be done both in literacy and in numeracy. In another project, we have basura ko, obligasyon ko, to improve the waste management system through segregation of waste. So this is also unaccomplished because the monitoring was not given enough attention. So we learned that we have to utilize the SPG to oversee this project. And then we have is kuko, eskwelahan ko, kuralan ko. So for governance, to construct school perimeter fence. So mura completion pa namo ani because dako kayo ang lugar sa eskwelahan. Mura sa assessment namo 35% pa ang completion ani, so we need 65% to complete the perimeter fence. And then we don't have enough funds. So every year mi ani nakakuraw mi ani last year, but wa pa jud gihapon kay kana ra jud pong abot sa amo ang prince and princess. So we need to source out more funds to finance the project and establish good rapport with the stakeholders. And then another kaning project of under governance, we have eskwelahan ko, paninduton ko to beautify the school through landscaping. We have accomplished this one kay naka-landscape jud me last year. Then another is the drainage system project under governance. So to solve the drainage problem of grade 5 and grade 6 building. So this is unaccomplished because karon unta ni tuiga, but awatong yagi funds were realigned. Awatong amo plano ani is we will implement this mga May during brigada, but funds were realigned due to COVID-19 pandemic. So maoni nga we will include this project next school year. Karon nga school year, pangitaan na mo ni og kanang budget. Then for learners performance, kaning IGRA wala jud ko kakita sa data ani kay ang among mga nag-repair man gud mi sa among office, and then ang folder wa jud makit pinangita ay gahapon. Then for ECD, kani nga ECD data gigamit namo is this school year jud ang gigamit namo. And then we have 22 kindergarten learners nga naay delay in their overall development. So this is still ongoing pa. Among problema ani is no face-to-face classes. So but we anchor on the saying, if there's a will, there's a way. So ang egma namo mao tong na didto sa ibabaw nga project namo sa curriculum katong matinik, then sa ORV wa pud makit-ini ag data. Mura gipaningot ta ko gahapon bugbog pinangita. Then for KPIs, so to achieve 100% graduation rate, 100% promotion rate, 0 dropout, 0 failure, and 0 repetition rate. So we have 100% graduation rate, and then our promotion rate is 99.70%. We have 0 dropout. Our failure rate is 0.3%. And also the repetition rate nga 0.3%. Kani siya, we have one learner with special needs. Mao ni siya nga hagbong ni siya nya nibalik na pud ni siya. Kay bisag unsaon jud namo, wanang grade 1 pa jud siya hantod karon. So a learner with special needs should be enrolled in a SPED center, pero mao lagi na mo reklamo pud ginikanan kay layo ang SPED center niya. Siguro ang kakayahan pod sa ginikanan nga mo pa-eskwela dito sa layo o siguro pod na. And then sa field area sa Filipino wala jud maapas og encode, but I have na ako'y data ani. Dire na lang ko sa other mandated programs kaning health and nutrition. We have project team po timbang mo punan ko, so to decrease the number of undernourished pupils from 28 to 8 pupils. Last year we have 28 pupils nga undernourished, nasa wasted ug severely wasted. So wala jud namo gi-zero nga mahimo jud silang normal kay murag maglisod mi kay naa jud bata nga iyaha jud nang body built up jud na nga niwangon siya, but dili gud siya ingon nga iyaha lang jud timbang mao ra jud iyaha, no? And then among problema adto is the preparation of foods for our beneficiaries kay usahay dili man good mutunong ang ginikanan, but nakuan ra pud to namo, amo ra pud tong na kuanto nga issue or kanang problems na solusyonan ra to namo. So a well-planned activity yields good result. For Brigada Eskwela, to increase parents' participation in Brigada Eskwela from 70 to 90% in the beginning of year 2, but it is not achieved kay wala may implementation due to COVID-19. So, we need to intensify information drive strategies for this activity. For gulayan sa paralan, garden ko ug maron ko, we are planning to construct 20 out of 30 concrete garden plots in order to produce good harvest. O, diha na unta to adtong Mayo lagi unta pod unya. Aw dili karon jud ay ni nga tuiga ang plano ani is og July. But what jud na ma-achieve kay kanang funds were realigned due to COVID-19 pandemic. So gardening is very important nowadays. Labi na kay kanang pandemic ta, mao na nga this project should be included in the AIP next school year. So i-appeal jud ni namo siya. Kay ang among garden manggod kay murag slope ang among garden, mao na kinahanglan may mag-concrete nga ang among garden plots. Unya for the SLCP, for curriculum, purchase printers and other reproduction equipment, we have purchase 4 printers and we need to buy 7 para matagsa na jud ang mga teachers. Karon murag kuha na sila 1:2. So funds are insufficient. So karon we make it a priority para sa AIP para sa 2020. So with the purchase of supplies like kaning bond papers and ink, okay ra ni siya kay kanang why problema ani kay labi na kay murag ni dihay gikan sa division o wa pa gali magamit kay murag okay ra jud ni siya kay naman po mo donate sa school. O kani another is kaning purchase sa anti-COVID materials. Ang face mask, okay na 100%. Ang thermal scanner, isa pa among napalit but we need to buy 2 kay big school man. So, balance na mo ng 2. Then, alcohol and disinfectants. Although na pa mi alcohol and disinfectants, but if ever our president will permit a limited face-to-face classes, we need to buy this kay murag di jud to makaigo among alcohol ug disinfectants. And also foot bath kay ug nay face to face lagi kinahanglan pa jud nimo palit og foot bath kay ang napalit pa namo is duha ra kay per classroom man. So we have 14 classroom, kinahanglan pa mi og 12 ka foot bath. Then another is the last thing under governance, construction of hand washing facilities. Now we have already hand washing but dili pa enough para sa population sa Bonbon Katmunan Elementary School. So murag 50% pa na siya. Naa pa mi 50% kay gaplano mi karon nga magama jud mi og hand washing nga enough nga magamit nato karon especially nga nata sa time sa pandemic.
Okay, thank you very much, Maristel. Your target is LCP, your backlog is LCP, quarter 1 will be integrated.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So we will move on to our last reporter for this morning. We will give you Mr. Sidan Salinas, Custom Head of Pinapagaan and Kaputuran.
Iwasan pa na. Okay. Kilas pasa.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Ay, katunggan ba?
Good morning, pre. Okay. Sige.
This is our annual implementation review templates, which was gathered yesterday, and we focuses on the different.
Pre, excuse me, pre. Pre, excuse me, can you not share your screen to us?
Yes, pre. I will just read the screen because on the annual implementation plan because it was kanang na pag-erase no sa template ang akong gikopyahan mo ay na kanang na erase. So I will just read this one. Anyway, we have the basis for the or kinabagan elementary school at quality focus is we have the CI project MAPA, which the objective is 100% our pupils will achieve 100% above normal. Then we have the status, we have the ongoing, then we have 50% of the pupils above normal na. So issues and concern, we have cooperation of parents, and it says that the pupils with empty stomach will have empty learnings. So lesson learned, enhance information on proper kanang health and sanitation. Then we have these slides. We have the CCAC, construction of school canteen, in which the objective here that the canteen will have, our canteen will supply nutritious food. Then the status is ongoing. Then we have 50% balance issues concerned. Financial budgets is not enough from parents. Then one reason is that the MOOA allocation will not allow us to have funds for our canteen. And next is we have the for health and nutrition. So in our objectives to decrease below normal nutritional status pupils from 43, which is 20% out of 210, so that they will become normal or above normal. Nawa na unta ang one. But the status due to our pandemic, no? Sa pandemic na to, we still have, no? Increase na hinoon, instead of 43, ni-increase na hinoon of 46 persons pupils as of now. Then issues and concern due to kanang pandemic COVID-19 mo na ma-hit ang amo targets and activities. So budget source na tay sa school mo, and then next the construction of perimeter ring, concrete ring, which is step tipo school perimeter on concrete things. Wadon taon ni ang atong objective na to provide your students and parents elementary school to have that will ensure the security and protection among pupils and school properties. Wadon din taon ni malihok, zero tani ang balance, 100% na balance ani. So sa COVID-19 wadon ta maka targets. That is EGRA, no? So our EGRA, our objective is that to improve the numeric skills of grade 1 to 6 in elementary school. So ang accomplishment na to wa dyan ni ma-postro because last year we don't have kanang wata makahimo o end report kay tungod sa pandemic. Next is IGMA. The same with IGMA, independent reader to 25% and instructional readers by 45%. May gamay. So napatay kuwang niya dili man tamo. We cannot pursue our IGMA kay tungkol sa mga pandemic, sa mga activities which beyond control. And we have the Paris ko, patura ko, responsibilidad ko, enhance proper waste disposal. So, kini nga project, implemented due to our katong mga nahimo na to mga circular pits under the trees. So, nahimo ni nato issues encountered and is so proper dissemination and waste management mga ang issues and encountered, then lesson learned. We have to equip pupils and teachers in proper waste disposal.
PowerPoint niyo, sir. Kuha siya ka kung ano.
Yeah, akong kita na erase man. Then we have the GSP para sa kalusugan. Improve GSP para sa kalusugan to provide pupils of Kinabagan Elementary School a good harvest of vegetables. So, ang status na to ani, we started 25% pa ang nahuman. Ang balance, we have 75. These issues and concern, no, budget and not enough, and then wag tayo cooperation sa mga parents. And lesson learned that we need to expose pupils. Our annual implementation for CIP2. In health, we included ito mga health, we included the hygiene for the pandemic. Then in the governance, na-change man itong mga project na ito. So we changed to printer. We have the printer. 1:1 hapit na mga 1:1 ang among printer per teacher and computer. Printer only. Then we have the smartphone, instead nga we have to buy 10 usap pa jud kabuk ang amo ang na puno. Then thermal scanner for the health, we plan to have 3 thermal scanner, 1 for each building, pero usap pa jud kabuok ang amo ang na himo. So those things na mention will be implemented and be aligned in our EIP2. So that's all, sir. Thank you and good morning.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Sinin Salinas, for that presentation. Okay, nakadungog na ko sa iyang presentations. Unya, doon na sa mga targets sa SLCPs that are also to be incorporated in the AIP2. So thank you very much, Mr. Salinas. That ended our presentations for this morning alone. And we will resume the presentation of outputs for those schools that have not reported yet, that have not presented yet, hopefully by 1 o'clock this afternoon. This time, we will give our focus to the discussion. This is a very important topic to be delivered to us by our District LR Coordinator, Ma'am Maria Fe Gamutin. She will discuss to us the DepEd Order number 31 for our further understanding about that DepEd Order. We'll give you Mrs. Maria Fe Gamutin. Take it away, Dai.
Okay, so good morning once again. Welcome to our session on guidelines for assessment and grading in light of the Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan. This is DepEd Order number 31, series of 2020. So this PowerPoint is adapted from the PowerPoint of Ma'am Susana Limbago, Dr. Alice Raganas, and Ma'am Mel Delano. So the objectives of this session are the following: to acquaint themselves and discuss on different assessment procedures, grading and promotion of learners under the new normal situation based on DepEd Order number 31, series of 2020, and DepEd Order number 8, series of 2015. Another objective is to design, contextualize, and integrative assessment appropriate for the learners in the different learning modality. Then show appreciation and the use of tools and technologies used in the assessment. So the topics to be discussed in the sessions are the following. We have directionally, the scope, definition of terms, policy statement, procedures, planning the assessment, conducting assessment remotely, feedback and remediation, grading and promotion, role of technology. So taas-taas dun siya, walang ning i-run through kay hapit nating paniog to. Directionally, so we're going to adapt to the implementation of alternative learning modalities. So this time calls for creative and innovative ways of designing optical learning experiences and assessing learning progress effectively under the adverse circumstances. So assessment should be used to inform and improve classroom practices and promote learning outcomes. Understand this, under distance or blended learning environment, it is necessary that the alternative tools and strategies for assessing and supporting learning while avoiding creating undue pressure on the teachers, learners, and their families. The scope of this DepEd Order number 31 will be implemented. The interim policy will be implemented by public, elementary, and secondary schools nationwide for this school year 2020-2021. Then private schools, technical and vocational, offering K-12 are encouraged to implement this interim policy guidelines, but they are permitted to modify this policy guidelines. Then we have the definition of terms. So classroom assessment, formative assessment, summative assessment, and grading. So classroom management, classroom assessment rather, is an ongoing process of identifying, gathering, organizing, and interpreting quantitative and qualitative information about what learners know and can do. So everything happened in the classroom is considered as classroom assessment. Then for formative assessment, it is a process that involves teachers using evidence about what learners know and can do to inform and improve their teaching. So this process, through the teacher's immediate feedback, enables students to take responsibility for their own learning and identify areas where they do well and where they need help. So tanang activities nga nahitabo katong before, during, and after the presentation of the lesson topic to be developed, they are formative assessment. Nawa ko ma'am te. Nawa asa naman. Adi. Ay, sa kaugat good si. Then, ano kasi yun? Summative assessment is an assessment that is usually administered toward the end of a learning period to measure the extent to which the learners have mastered the essential learning competencies, the result of which are recorded and are used to report the learner's achievement. Then grading is the way of reporting assessment data by assigning the value to the result as a record of students' ability, achievement, or progress. Then the policy statement.
90%, sir. Sir Sinin, excuse me. Sir, please. Oh, please share si Muhang screen, sir. Kinuha ang share ni ma'am. Sir. Believe mo nung siya sa...
Ano? Nawala na kamao mo nagtuloy. Okay, so let's continue. So the policy statement of the interim policy. So the schools must adopt assessment and grading practices that can most meaningfully support student development and respond to varied contexts at this time. Then this policy is grounded on the following principles. So we have the assessment should be holistic and authentic in capturing the attainment. So it should be MELC-based. Then assessment is integral for understanding students' learning and development. So the teacher should monitor the distribution of labs or modules to the field in order to track the progress of the learner. Then a variety of assessment strategies is necessary, with formative assessment taking priority to inform teaching and promote growth and mastery. Then assessment and feedback should be a shared responsibility among teachers, learners, and their families. Assessment and grading should have a positive impact on learning. The policy outcome, teachers, school leaders, learners, and parents must commit to uphold the integrity of learning and instruction in the context of distance education. So the desired outcomes of this policy are the following. We have two: to ensure that all learners are fairly assessed and graded in the continuation of education during this health crisis. To emphasize that learning standards shall be attained with the provision of reasonable leniency and consideration for possible difficulties met by the learner. So reasonable leniency and consideration. So si teacher kinahanglan mohatag bulugak pod gamay, mohatag po ta og gamay consideration sa mga bata. Then the procedures, distance learning poses challenges for teachers and learners in the conduct of assessment, including limitations and giving immediate feedback and the need to account for different contexts in designing, implementing, and grading assessment tasks. To address these challenges, learners, teachers, parents, or guardians each have significant roles and responsibilities. So the roles and responsibilities of teachers are the following. So for this whole year, the particular focus will be the following. So the rules and responsibilities of teachers is for designing the assessment to allow for flexibility in multiple modalities. So mo bitang maghimo sa tawag test contextualized assessment to fit the needs of the learners. Then communicating to learners and parents, guardians, the design and standards for grading the assessment. So we should communicate. Na-inform ba kapod nato or na-orient ba nato ang atong mga parents or guardian regarding the standards for grading assessment? Hibaw po sila nga giunsa nato sila atong mga learners pag hatag og assessment. Then setting up mechanisms to monitor and record progress remotely. So monitor ba nato itong mga bata, di ba natay template katong individual monitoring template. Then i-record ba nato ang progress sa bata. And then giving timely, constructive, and relevant feedback. So as soon as nahuman na to og check ang last, kinahanglan nga atong i-communicate directly the results to the parents or to the learners. The facilitating remediation for learners who need further guidance. So naa pa dahil jud nang remediation. Kinahanglan pa jud ita nga mag-remediate, especially sa mga bata who needs further guidance. Then learners' rules and responsibilities. So learners are proactive in updating teachers of their situation, progress, and challenges encountered. So, if possible, ilang fill-upan tong self-monitoring tool or the Annex E. So, that is not required but is highly recommended. Bro, sa kadaghan sa last or module sa atong mga bata, burag tagsa na lang siguro yung maka kuan aning self-monitoring tool. Kay daghan pa po sila og atiman ansiranan. So, parents and guardians' rules and responsibilities play crucial roles in guiding their children and adapting the changes of distance learning. So, ilahang rule nga mo communicate sila sa teacher, then guide their teacher in accomplishing the assessment, not answering the assessment for their children. Kanay uban jud klaro, halata jud kayo nga sila mo iming answer sa agi palang daan, dili na jud agi silang mga bata. Makaila bayad jud si teacher. Then, planning and assessment. So teachers should ensure that all assessment activities should align with the most essential learning competencies, reliable, valid, and transparent, fair, inclusive, and equitable, practical, and manageable for both learners and teachers. Di ba, maglisod ang bata. Kung imo po ang si teacher maghimo sa assessment, lisod, the more pag nga maglisod siya, nag-check and naglibog siya kung saan niya paghatag o rating ang bata kung galisod po ng bata og answer. So, give learners a range of ways to demonstrate their learning and provide timely and accurate information as basis for feedback. And distance learning modalities teachers shall design assessment bearing the assumption that learners will asynchronously take them and have open access to various sources. So, kinahanglan po i-consider in making the assessment nga kaya ba kani sa bata, unsa kay makaya sa bata uroy ug wa sila internet access sa ilang bay, pwede ra ba kaning ang through sa mga books lang nga naagi provide nila makuha ang answer sa assessment. Then planning the assessment, so deciding which methods to use. So when deciding, there are questions or to consider in planning the assessment. So what is the purpose of the assessment? What will be assessed? So simply the competency. Then which methods would best allow learners to demonstrate what they have learned considering the learning modality? Then which method would make it easy to gather evidence of learners' progress over time? Will the assessment be completed individually or in groups? Pwede ba nga individual or pwede ba nga i-grupo na to pag-answer sa assessment? So will the assessment be taken at the same time or submitted within a specific period? So how will class size affect the way the assessment will be conducted? Then how can technology help? So for the purpose of informed teaching and promote growth and mastery, katong formative test or assessment, strategies should establish clear learning targets and success criteria, elicit useful evidence of learning, provide timely and effective feedback, engage learners in assessing and improving each other's work, and increase ownership of their own learning. So kung mahimo ang formative test, di lang siguro nato kayo task-on, di ba? Just to know or measure their mastery of a certain kanang topic. So dili na kayo task-on. So as what our SDS told us during our LR conference nga ug mahimo a maximum of 3 activities in one module. Ramoy ansiran sa bata, pero kung ang bata jud kamauhon hala iyang ipahurot og answer ang module. So mo to giingon ni Sir Dagatan nga maximum of 3 activities in the module. Then Annex A provides a matrix of sample techniques for each formative assessment. So na siya sample na sa Annex A that teachers are highly encouraged to adapt these techniques where appropriate and to explore other alternatives that are feasible in their respective context. So how na itong mga teachers aning formative assessment. So mo na Annex A that is a sample techniques for each formative assessment strategy. So no need to explain this one, that is found in the order number 31. Then formative assessment. What is formative assessment? It is about getting better. So it should be specific, frequent, repetitive, and free from restrictions of reading. It should get skills that are necessary to the attainment of learning competences as measured in the summative assessment. So, as we all know, the formative assessment is to be recorded but not graded. Nganong i-record man nga dili man day na siya graduhan. So mo na basis na to kung na-improve na abay nakatunan ang bata for a certain competency or topic. Ang matanaw na to ug asa ra tama nang iyahang na katunan. Then for summative assessment, we have two. Mo ni naka-diferensya sa DepEd Order number 8 series of 2015 and the interim guidelines or DepEd Order number 31. So sa DepEd Order number 8, we have three. We have the written works, performance task, ug katong periodical test. Pero at this new normal time, kaning interim policy, nahimo na silang duha. We have the written works. Then the performance task. So written work, quizzes or the unit test that should be distributed across cognitive process dimensions. Then performance task, assessment that allows learners to show what they know and are able to do in diverse ways. They may create innovative product, do performance-based, group presentations, oral work, multimedia presentations. So there should be rubrics. Mag-rubrics na. Then performance tasks must be designed to provide opportunities for learners to apply what they are learning to real-life situations. So in addition, teachers should take into consideration the following. Each task must be accompanied with clear directions and appropriate scoring tools. Example na niya is katong rubrics, the checklist, or the rating scale to help learners demonstrate their learning. So sample for the rubrics, we have Annex C in the DepEd Order number 31. Then teachers are advised to collaboratively design and implement performance tasks that integrate two or more competencies within or across subject areas. Complex tasks may be broken down into shorter tasks to be completed over longer period of time. So na-sample na niya, sample of integrative assessment task in Annex D. Then I will show you the video about the integrative assessment from Korea District, yung taon-taon. Then learners must be given flexibility in the accomplishment of the performance tasks to consider time and resources available to them. So nonetheless, all learners within the class should be assessed on the same competencies using the same scoring tool. So Annex B, unsay naa sa Annex B? We have the sample summative assessment tools that qualify as performance tasks in various learning delivery modalities such as face-to-face, online distance learning, digital printed modular learning, TV, radio-based instruction, and homeschooling. So mo na naa sa Annex. These are the example of the summative assessment tools for the learning areas. We have the languages, so we have written outputs, products, and performance-based tasks. Then format, nagihapon siya. Written outputs, the product, and the performance-based tasks. Also with signs, APP, and TLE. So nagihapon sample na dito sa DepEd Order number 31. So we have here the Annex C, the rubric. So what is rubric? A rubric is a learning and assessment tool. So it is an assessment tool that is used to evaluate written outputs, products, or performance-based tasks. It is a scoring guide that articulates the expectations and describes the levels of quality expected from a learner. So what are the essential features of a rubric? So a task description or a description title of the task students are expected to produce or perform. Then a scale that describes the level of mastery. Components or the criteria students are to attend in completing the assignments. Then description of the performance quality of the components or dimension at each level of mastery. So we have here the types of rubric. So the analytic rubric articulates different dimensions of performance and provides rating for each criterion or dimension. So tanang criteria or dimension kinahanglan nga ato na siyang ratean. Unlike sa holistic rubric, A holistic rubric describes the overall characteristics of a performance. So kinatibuk-an na siya mo atong tagaan o atong graduhan. Tagaan atong rubrics then provides a single score. Example ani niya kanang ato ang ORV or kanang atong PhilAre, di ba? Kung ang bata excellent reader siya, then naka-answer siya tanan sa kanang comprehension question, so considered siya nga excellent siya na belong, or kung pila ra ka booking na ansira nato na mabilong siya sa instructional. Then annex D mo ni sample integrative performance task. So I will show to you the video on the integrative assessment from Corelia District.
I am sincerely requesting all cluster heads and school heads of secondary schools to rivet their attention to the presentation of Ma'am Susan Limpago. Again, just wait a minute, teachers and school heads. You are making some necessary adjustments so you can hear clearly the presentation of Ma'am Susan Limbago of Corilia.
With this output, this is an output of the grade 1 teachers of Corelia district. So I will show to you how it looks like. Okay. So ingon anig purma. After the last session we had on DepEd Order number 31, it gives us idea nga makagaan sa bata kung atong i-integrate ang tanang mga subject taman sa atong ma-integrate. Di lang po nato ipugos if dili gyud siya makasud. Okay. Sample, so we made this template. You have here week and written test and performance test for acquired is 4. Well, you can have 5, you can have 6. Pero nganong among adaghanon man nga mabugat man kay sa bata. So week 1 and week 2 among gi-check ang competencies. So the first thing we did is to map all the competency. In the first column there, you can see all the competencies for week 2 and week 1. Nasa ubos ang week 1. And then, the second column is the design summative test. Posible ba nga ma-integrate ang competency? And then, the third column there is the proposed performance task nga muigo po sa ato mga competency. So after a thorough brainstorming and discussion of the teachers, we come up with this integrative summative test and performance test activity, written test and performance test. So what is nice there nga nahimo sa mga maestra sa Corelia is ilang napasud ang tanang competency across subject area and integrating 2 week competencies. Mo ni kanindot duha ka semana nakahimo na sila after giving the learning activity sheets or the modules for week 1 and week 2, naghimo sila usa lang ka summative test, written test nga rated o performance test pod nga rated. So this one for example, usay porma sa atong integrative test. Umay tag integrative test, integrative ang ato ang integrative assessment. Dili mahimo na mo sige, mag-integrative assessment ta, usa ka test paper, mohatag og duha ka question sa science, mohatag duha ka question sa English, mohatag po si math. No, that is not integrative assessment. When we say integrative assessment, ang usa ka question is related to the next question. Murag ang iyang dating is thematic. Okay. Atong example ha. Number 1 for example. Picture of a turtle. Since the MOI, the medium of instruction for grade 1 is Binisaya or Cebuanong Binisaya. So this is in Visayan. Sa example there. Picture of a turtle. Nasa litrato sa turtle. Ilang question. Unsa ihok sa usa ka bao? This question will target the competency in unsa man siya? Lihok, PE. Okay, the arts. So there, relates images and sound silence to the okay. Unsa ang lihok sa bao? Paspas, usog, hinay, abdik. So pilit ang bata. Okay, number 2 there question, unsa ang porma sa lawa sa usa ka bao? So gikan sa istorya ni bao nangutana tabahin og unsa ang lihok sa bao, hingabot ta pud ta sa unsa ang porma sa lawa sa usa ka bao. Now this question is related to the first, but the Competency now, which is being assessed, is on arts. Identifies different lines, shapes, textures used by artists in a drawing. So you have there the choices. So, pero connected siya. Wa kay ba ang bata nga ning art na daay ka. Okay. Number 3, sila si Bong ug si Jenny nag-atiman og bao. Unsa ang una nga tingog sa pulo nga bao? So imong tan-aw ang question. Nag-istorya gihapon mo sa bao o sa mga bata nga nag-alima sa bao. But now, the question there is, unsa ang unang tingog sa pulo nga bao? You are now in MTB. Sound of letters. So, nakuha na po nimo ang competency sa MTB. Then number 4, unsay interest nga gipakita sa mga bata sa hulagway? You are referring to Jenny and Bong. Katong imong gigamit sa number 3. So you have there the choices. Nag-atiman og hayop, nag-atiman og tanom, nagdagmal sa hayop, nag-atiman og is for ESP, interest. I think it's interest. Yes, okay. Then number 5, pila ka bata ang anaa sa hulagway. So, hingkunek gihapon sa imong istorya si Jenny gihapon og Bong. And then you have there the choices 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer there of course is 2. That is now mathematics, one-on-one correspondence. Okay. Ning target na siya sa competency sa math competency. Number 6, unsa ang masustansyang pagkaon ang angay nga kanon nila ni Bong o Jenny. Hingkunek gihapon siya ni Bong o ni Jenny, pero ang imong gistoryahan now is pagkaon. This is now the health competency. Distinguish healthful from less healthful foods. Okay, so you have there the choices. And then number 7, ang managsuon nga si Bong o Jenny nagpuyo sa Pilipinas. Sila mga Pilipinhon. Unsa ang kasagaran nga pamanit sa usa ka Pilipinhon? Okay, unsa man siya nga competency? This is a competency on AP, Araling Panlipunan. Okay, so you have there the choices. And the last number there is number 8. Sila si Bong o Jenny kinahanglang mag-ehersisyo aron magpabiling himsog. Now this question is target the competency on PE. So imong tan-awon, usa ra ka book ang imong test, pero tanang competency sa week 1 and week 2 nasud na nimo. Gaan sa bata, gaan pod sa maestra nga checkan. Well, anyway, all these competencies were already being mastered in the formative assessment, which is the answering of the modules and the last. So, kanin siya pang evaluate na siya sa final learning sa bata. So, tanang competency nasod in just 1 to 8 questions. May kung saan mo na-record na. Okay, mura lagi ka ba na? Hello. So, tanang subject na nasud sa usara ka test, tanang activity. The higher grades also, the higher grades teachers in well, they also designed summative test for higher grades. Ang ilang gibuhat sa the higher grades, duha naman ang MOI na may English, medium of curriculum, medium of instruction, then ana po'y Filipino. So tanang mga subject nga Filipino ang medium of instruction, ilang mo integrate. Ya tanan kung subject nga English ang medium of instruction, ilang try po sila integrate. But as I said, dili lang i-focus ever, dili yun maksud. But teachers are very creative on this. Kamaogil sila. We have here also the sample performance tasks. Hinisisyon ang mga maestra sa grade 1 na ilang performance tasks to be given to the learner since oracy ang i-promote sa grade 1, especially for first quarter. They will just have a phone call. Ilang i-assign ang mga batag phone call, ilang tugunon ang ginikanan. Away cellphone at silingan, mutawag si teacher kay naipangutana. So they have this phone call I write here some of the questions but actually taas-taas siya, daghan siya questions kay ning target man pud sa mga competency. Sample initawag ni ma'am, she will ask, "Unsa imong ngalan?" Okay, AP ni siya nga competency. Pilay imong edad? This is a competency for math. Now, pila man mo kabuk sa balay? Then, hinganli sila. Unsay ganahan ni mga kanta? And so on. Daghan pag-question si teachers. Si teacher. Na po siya giwa. Since this is a performance test activity, nag-andam po siya og rubrics. According ni teacher, grade 1, ganang ilang style. Kay grade 1, may ilang i-assess. 10, ma'am, is the highest score. If all questions are answered directly with confidence, using the correct MTB words, and words are said correctly. So, mo to igo gito siya sa competency nga naansiran nato ng mga pangutana so that ma-check nimo kung na-master ba ang competency. Then 9, ma'am, if all questions are answered all the questions correctly, but it took longer time. Murag dugay pa kaayo mo answer si bata. And then all the words are correctly used pero kinahanglan na og time. So 9 na siya. 8, ma'am, if ever there are 1 or 2 questions not answered correctly, yeah, there are some words which are mispronounced. And so, and they have another performance task. It's a drawing. Muna ilang instructions sa drawing. Ito ang mga masustansyang kaon na imong gikaon sa pamahaw, paniudto, panihapon. Okay, use your paper and color your drawing. Making portfolio put out of drawing. Okay, napod sila'y rubrics for this one. Okay, so add more descriptions of your rubric. Napa for 8, 7. Okay, so this is an example of integrative assessment. Giunsa ni teacher paghimunggaan sa bata, giunsa ni teacher pag-integrate across competency, across subject area. This is really the call of time. Kinahanglan nga dili kayo nato pabug-atan ang atong mga bata, and this will require only also small resources. Dili kay tanang subject himuan unya daghan kay performance task mosamot ka burden ang bata sa ihang trabaho. So we need to consider this one. Our teachers know how to make this. Pero as I said, ang integrative assessment na summative test, murag related siya, murag thematic ang iyang dating. Okay. Then performance task, usa ka performance task, daghan nga subject ang makuha. Unya, mahit na ang mga competency at ito nga subject in that one single performance task. Okay. How to rate the children, ato ng istoryahon unya. Ma'am, usa man na paggrado mga gitapo naman nimo ang mga subjects. Sa may grado sa English, sa Filipino, sa MTB, and so on. Okay, we will talk about that in the topic on grading. Okay. So this one is integrative assessment. Let's move on to the next. So, muna ni forma sa ilang test paper na nindot na. Okay. Sir Kenneth? Hello. Please help. Where is Sir Kenneth?
Grading and promotion. Okay, so we will proceed to grading and promotion. So that is the sample integrative assessment. So maybe it is applicable for grades 1 and 2. Kaya ugari ta sa higher na siguro maglisod na pag-integrate sa tanang mga kanang learning areas or the competencies labi na og departmentalize maglisod jud. Pero aring grades 1 and 2, burag makaya pa siguro ang katong gi-present ni Ma'am Susana Limbago about integrative assessment. Okay, so we will proceed to grading and promotion. So unsaon na to pagkado atong integrative assessment nga gi-present ni Ma'am Susan. So how are learners graded and promoted in this interim policy? Katong nasa DepEd Order number 31 series of 2020. So grading and promotion The challenges brought to light by the coronavirus pandemic, specifically the implementation of different distance learning modalities, have sparked a larger conversation about the role grades play in student learning, prompting education sectors to rethink traditional grading systems. So the grading system implemented in this interim policy provides reasonable leniency to learners who are put to a larger advantage by the pandemic. But still, katong DepEd Order number 8 series of 2015, mao gihapon to siya atong gigamit ro naalay nawa ato niya katong periodical test. Kaysa sa interim policy ang naa dito is ang kuan raman written test ug ang performance task. Written works and performance tasks shall be administered to assess the content and performance standards that describe the knowledge, abilities, and skills that learners are expected to demonstrate. So this task could be designed to include the following: students' learning portfolio that documents all the evidence of learning within the grading period, including self-reflections, self-evaluations of performance tasks guided by rubrics, and self-selected best outputs in the learning modules. Then minimum of 4 written works and 4 performance tasks within the quarter, preferably 1 and 2 weeks, integrating 2 or more competencies. So once in every 2 weeks, muhatag-tag summative test. So there are 4 summative tests in a quarter. Then all competencies should be covered by the performance health. Asa siya? All competencies should be covered by the performance task. So a performance task can be used to assess science, math, and English all together for certain topics. For the current school year, quarterly assessment shall not be administered. So, however, days allotted for quarterly assessments in DepEd Order number 7, series of 2020, or the school calendar and activities for school year 2020-2021 may be used for the presentation of major performance for the quarter that addresses the performance standard. Then the quarterly examinations were given a weight of 20%. Sanaan siya sa DepEd Order number 8 series of 2015. Mo ni gamit na to last school year or the previous years. Since it will no longer be a part of the grading system for this school year, it previously determined weight was distributed equally in written works and performance tasks. Kaya duha naman to. We have the written works and performance tasks. So they allotted allotting an additional 10% to each component. Instead nga ang katong 20% para sa quarterly assessment, gibahin na siya, gibutang dito sa written works and performance tasks. Tag 10% sila. So this maintains an emphasis on performance tasks for some learning areas. So this is the sample computation of written works and performance tasks. So kanang naa sa ibabaw, maunay naa sa DepEd Order number 8. Then kanang nasa ubos, mauna na ang DepEd Order number 31. So gi-adjust na. I-adjust na siya. So ang written works in math, science, mahimo na siyang 50. Then ang performance task, 50% po. So a total of 100%. So ang written works, amo na ang preview sa DepEd Order number 8. So ang preview sa written works is 30%. Then for the performance task is 40% and 20% for the quarterly assessment or katong periodical test. But in the interim policy, muna nang naa sa ubos, 40 sa written works and then 60 sa performance task, a total of 100 in languages, AP, and ESP. Muna na weight niya. Then for science and math, 50 for written works and 50% for performance tasks. MAPI, EPP, and TLE, 30% on the written works and 70% for performance tasks, a total of 100%. So wala na siya quarterly nga test or katong periodical test. Giwa na, so duha na lang ang assessment component. Then promotion. So the transmutation table, which is Appendix B in DepEd Order number 8 series of 2015, shall still be used in this grading system. Gamiton gyapon to nato tong transmutation table na example sa transmutation table The guidelines on learners' progress report as well as on promotion and retention shall likewise follow the provision cited in the said policy. So, kung i-class record atong gigamit, automatic na siya nga mo-generate transmuted na daan. Pero magdimano gani og compute, kinahanglan po jud nga naatay tamdanan na ay transmutation table. Kay lahi ra jud ang atong gi-compute nga grado o katong grado nga transmuted na siya. Okay, the guidelines for teachers in determining the appropriate performance tasks for a learning standard. So the following are the general characteristics of a performance task that is complex, authentic, and appropriate to the learning target. So it needs the application of knowledge and skills and not just recall or recognition of a concept. It is not limited to a single correct answer. Then it should be contextualized based on the real life problems. Then it should provide proof of the learner's understanding through transfer. It should be multifaceted or multi-procedural. It should be integrative with other learning areas and with 21st century skills. Then it should have a clear and well-established scoring rubrics, a guideline with the relevant criteria. So, important reminder, teacher must exercise professional judgment in carrying summative assessments, providing enough opportunities to learners to practice and to redo their work whenever necessary so that they can reach their learning targets with the least amount of pressure. Then teachers should find a good balance of what is effective and what feasible to accomplish remotely. Policy, this interim policy is not the end by itself, but a teacher is the best to determine how is learner be assessed. So si teacher naman ito nagkaibaw unsa joy kapasidad sa bata. Kita biya niya, na-obserbayan niya. Then based po sa mga results sa last or module nga giansiran sa bata. Then constant communication is the key to understanding. And role of technology. So, role of technology plays a substantial role in helping teachers in the development, communication, implementation, and grading of assessment tasks. So, a matrix of sample tools organized by low, medium, and high technology is provided in Annex G. Asa kataani na belong, printed modular distance learning man ta, printed. So, asa kataani na belong. So, Annex G, mo na siya types of relevant assessment resource. So, what do you think? Asa man tani na belong? Low technology, medium technology, or high technology? So kung ingon tag low technology, printed supplemental activities and assessments picked up from school or delivered to homes, such as flashcards, pop-up books, posters, comics, creative self-evaluation questions at the end of each topic, or we have the multicolored post-it that represent level of understanding per page of submitted module rubrics or the Ruby Star. So mo na nabilong sa low technology. Then medium technology, bite-sized assessments through SMS, text examples or summaries, photo drawing, voice memo, self-evaluation questions or reflection questions. So bite-sized comics, radio or TV plugins like CDs, DVDs, and USB storage containing all the small size assessment. Then for high technology, PDF format assessment created using an iPad or tablet or laptop or desktop computer through the following apps or software. So asa kataani na belong, murag halos kitaani na majority na sa low technology nga napoy miss gamay sa medium technology. I am right. Naman po tayo recorded nga video. So, bilong po tagamay aning medium technology. Pero kasagaran na to is in the low technology assessment resource. Then, monitoring and evaluation, such information shall be addressed to the Office of the Director 4 of the Bureau of Learning Delivery via telephone numbers. Then, the ML ad pod@deped.gov.ps. So note that DepEd Order Number 8 Series of 2015, the policy guidelines on classroom assessment for the K-12 basic education program is still in effect, but its provisions inconsistent with these guidelines are suspended for the upcoming school year. Learners need endless feedback more than they need endless teaching. Thank you. So that's end my topic. about the DepEd Order number 31 series of 2020. So, do you have any question?